While the benefits of raising the minimum wage seem clear, there's another side of the story, the side of small business owners, economists, and policymakers who argue that increasing the minimum wage could do more harm than good. One of the biggest concerns is that raising the minimum wage could lead to job losses. When wages rise, businesses, especially small ones with tighter profit margins, may not be able to afford the higher payroll costs. They might respond by cutting hours, laying off workers, or even automating certain jobs to reduce labor costs. We've already seen fast food chains invest in ordering kiosks and automation technology as labor costs rise. For some industries, particularly those that rely heavily on entry-level or low-wage workers, a sharp increase in wages could push them into a financial corner. Let's take the restaurant industry as an example. A restaurant that operates on thin margins might not survive if forced to suddenly pay workers significantly more. That could mean fewer jobs overall, which would disproportionately hurt the very workers the policy is intended to help. Another concern is inflation. Some economists worry that raising the minimum wage could drive up prices for goods and services. Businesses facing higher wage costs might increase prices to maintain profitability. This would ultimately put more financial pressure on consumers, who would see their purchasing power shrink as prices rise. So even though workers might be making more, they'd also be spending more, essentially canceling out the wage increase. And then there's the question of regional differences. While a $15 minimum wage might make sense in expensive urban areas like New York City or San Francisco, it may not be practical for smaller towns or rural areas, where the cost of living is much lower. Critics argue that a one-size-fits-all approach to the minimum wage doesn't account for the diverse economic conditions across the country. So the question becomes, is raising the minimum wage a solution to economic inequality, or does it risk doing more harm?